منتابع وبنتقل لاتصالنا بالصحافي التركي الكير سيزر مدير التحرير بتركيا اليوم. Good morning.
Good morning.
And thank you for joining us on MFM.
Of course. My pleasure.
Ilker, what is the nature of the training exercises taking place in Turkey?
The training exercise is mostly for NATO countries so far, but it might change after NATO summit in Istanbul, in Ankara, sorry. There is a very important NATO summit that's going to happen in July 8, 7, 8 in Ankara.
Yeah.
It is considered one of the most important, one of the most consequential NATO summits in the last decades. President Trump is coming too. So probably one of the topics in this NATO summit will be whether to expand NATO's role in the Middle East or not. But this is particularly for Gulf countries because according to our sources, NATO is inviting, Turkey wants to invite Gulf countries to NATO summit as observants. And there possibly it will be discussed if NATO should play a larger role in Gulf to protect Gulf and maybe to train them. But specifically speaking, nothing about Lebanon is being discussed right now in terms of the trainings in Turkey, taking place in Turkey. Lebanon doesn't look on the agenda. And Turkey provides some limited military training to Lebanese army. But this is very about Israel.
I wanted to ask about this point. Ilker, there are reports about the training of international forces for the region. Is Lebanon included among them?
As far as I'm concerned, as far as my source is concerned, no, not at the table, but it can change. I don't know yet. Turkey is very reluctant to put any force in the southern Lebanon. Mm-hmm. But if there is an international force, Turkey might think joining that. Mm-hmm. But for now, it's not on the table. So the training of the international forces.
So nothing.
It's not for the Lebanese war.
It's mainly for the Gulf.
There is a new command structure, NATO's command structure built in Turkey. Mm-hmm. And it's mostly for protecting Turkey, and some international forces are being trained in these camps. But if the NATO summit, if the result of NATO summit is to send some soldiers, some international forces to Gulf as a part of Gulf protection force, if it is built, of course, then it might change. But for now, it's not about Lebanon.
Okay, so there are also reports about U.S. training programs for the Lebanese army. Do these fall within the same framework of protecting security in the southern Lebanon?
No, the U.S. training, if it is true, of course, this is based on reports, no official confirmation so far, as well as I'm aware. It's not following in the same structure. The training program in Turkey is for NATO forces, and it's in a very, very early stages. The U.S. training for Lebanese, if it exists, of course, if the structure, if it is there, it's only for the U.S., not something that Turkey is taking part of.
Not related to Lebanon.
No.
So, Ilker, my last question, in your opinion,
Sure.
Why had the Turkish president not yet invited the Lebanese president to visit Turkey, especially when we are talking about Turkish training activities and Turkey's interest in regional security?
Yeah, if you look at Erdogan's recent statement, I think last week, he said that Turkey's security starts from Beirut and Damascus. So it shows that the Turkish security paradigm might be changing with regards to what's happening in Lebanon.
Yeah.
Why he didn't invite him, I don't know. I also find this a little bit strange. But I'm sure that it doesn't mean that there is no communication dialogue channel. I'm sure that they are communicating very regularly.
Yeah.
And also there has been never a relation between Turkey and Lebanon in a way that Turkey's relation with Syria right now. So if the Lebanese leadership shows more interest, I'm sure that Turkey will be there. Turkey will be having more close coordination. And I don't think that there is any particular problem. Turkey vocally supports Lebanon's integrity. Turkey always criticizes Israel's attacks in Lebanon. And Turkey has been a very close partner of Lebanon in the last decades. So I don't think it shows any problem existing between two countries. But maybe, I might agree with you. Maybe President Erdogan should invite Lebanese president.
Thank you, الكير Cesar, for joining us this morning.
Oh, sure. Thanks for inviting.
Thank you.